Alright, hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. Here we are back in our Egyptian campaign. Last time we went ahead and used this army right here to go ahead and Ptolemais Theron, the one that's closest to that city, to destroy the army that was coming up from Medwaya. That's my best pronunciation of that. And now we are going to try and get rid of these guys right here. This is General, the old men in the desert. Yes, how appropriate, that name. And let's go ahead and move my hero around to this side, because we want to go ahead and check actually on this army over here, the Children of the Sun, with him. And right now we're just going to go ahead and let these two armies really replenish a little bit. This guy can't get to us, right? Yep, no, he has to go ahead and cross over through the city and everything. So the public order is pretty good over there, and they're -1 over here. So we are going to go ahead and go on to the next turn after we see a little bit of how the Seleucids are doing with my scout. And they're doing quite well, like usual. They're going to be quite the interesting group to go ahead and take later on. We're going to end up having to take back Tyros and wipe out the Seleucids. But alright, let's go on to the next turn. Alright, here we are in a new turn. And we have now finished building the gold mine and the Hellenic village over here. And this place was the gold mine and the Hellenic village, actually. And they're building the fish ports and the quarry over here at Ptolemais Theron. So we're going to have to get rid of this guy, because he is basically raiding our lands. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and move up a little bit. But I don't want to move up too far. What we probably want to do is wait till this army is completely replenished and then attack the city. Although that might be too late. They might have already had that army already up by then. We'll see what happens. They're not in range. Go and add some guys to this one. I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more of the Kushite painted warriors. We have quite a few of those. They have the better ammunition and they're cheap. Alright. As close as we can get. In the next turn we can go and attack him, actually, I think, with both of these armies. And now we will go on to the next turn. I wanted to check on this guy. And actually I think I want to bring him back on into my own territory. Or into Egypticus over here. Ooh, maybe I should keep him over there. Just keep my income pretty good. Oh. Alright, so Axum did exactly what I thought they would do during the end turns, or during their turn. They moved their army a little bit away, so now on this thing, as just popped up on the new turn of ours, martial priorities. As your enemies gain strength, it is important to have a well-balanced military. With this in mind, what kind of training would you like to focus on? I think I focused on cavalry in the past, so we're going to focus on infantry right now. Okay? So I don't know if this better trains my infantry as the game goes on, but we'll see. This is very close. They have 2 more turns. Let me see if it's more turns. Okay, about the exact same amount of turns. Okay, all right. And we can upgrade on our technology. So let's see, cultural conversions, +5 industry wealth, population. That might be a good one. And this one is +5. This one I think is the one where we're gonna go after, and that's gonna take 6 turns to do. So that, yeah, you see that increased my income by quite a bit. So him in that area is very much increasing my income. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and move our hero down. Oh, nope, he can't move that far, yes. Okay, so we're gonna move him to right here. He's over there. And we're going to move him to back him on up, this army. And see, this will increase the public order, growth per turn, sanitation, all good things. The only... Now this is one thing I probably want to act... This is, I think, the one that I want to do, or is this... No, there is one of these that like increases your like. It's this one. Yes, this increases your traffic of income from the trade agreements, but it increases your banditry though, and it decreases your public order. And the public order is pretty good here, so we're gonna go ahead and do this because this will increase my +4% traffic income from trade agreements overall or to that area. I do not know on that one actually. But that would be very helpful to have, I think. Or do we want to do we want to do one of these things? No, we can't get one of those. And ooh, we can get one of these. Okay, well, we want to get one of these. We want to go ahead and make it into a Greek city. So this is a +1 public order, -1 food, and we have only 1 food. They all have -1 food. So I think we're going to go ahead and do the civil settlement first. This will get us 8 food. So that will be nice on food. And this will get us that. Okay, so that will be good. Okay. And then next turn we can go ahead and buy the other thing. And now we can go on to the next turn. Yes. I think next turn, this has 3 more turns to complete for the replenishment there. And 2 more turns here, 2 more turns there, 3 more turns there. So 3 more turns, and then we'll be able to go ahead and go in here. This guy is raising troops, but he doesn't seem to be raising too many. It might be just a whole army, but I can go ahead and park outside and build a fort, and he'll attack me and fall right for my trap, right? Alright, so here we're back in this turn. I can go ahead and upgrade, in a new turn I mean, and I can go ahead and upgrade this general here. I can go ahead and give him his campaign movement +4 bonus charge, or I can give him the Sword of Alexander, which there are quite a few Swords of Alexander floating around, so I don't know which one this would be. Alexander seemed to have quite a few swords. He hasn't fought lately, this guy. Well, we will go ahead and do that, and gravitas per turn. That one is a good one. And we're going to continue to move him into this corner. All right. Where did they go? Interesting. I don't know where he went at all. Okay. Which means he's probably in ambush mode. I'm gonna inch along here. I'm trying to consider whether or not to send my guys back. We will put him right here. And we will put him into a fort, and we'll send these guys close to being back, because I can go ahead and hold out with a fort if his armies attack me. So maybe this will go ahead and trigger a battle, actually. Alright. So now we're going to go on in the next turn. Alright, so in that end turn we didn't see anything really happen with Axum. There's their army, kind of going off into the center there. I think I'm gonna bring these guys back here because they could be just waiting for me to go ahead and get out there. Let's see if I can actually attack them with these guys. Ooh, I can. Do I want to? Let's find out. If I do attack him and I do win, I can go ahead and really damage the crap out of everybody. So that is a yes then. So in the midst of that, we're going to probably buy some more guys over here. Continue up my trash army over there. And we're going to go ahead and initiate a battle with the Old Men of the Desert. Alright. So this should be an interesting battle. He has a very similar makeup to the other army. And we're going to go ahead and hit save. And let's start this on up. Alright, here we are back in the battle. And we decided to do the battle replay this time around, just to see how that was differently, and then watching it live. And I started off with this big rock formation over here to my left, and I figured I'd set my guys up around it and use it to not be outflanked. But I guess the AI had the idea that they would not attack during this time, so they're not going to attack me. And I decided, you know what, now I have to attack them. So I'm gonna go ahead and end up moving my troops on up, you know, in a few minutes here. And we end up moving our troops on up, as we can see there, as I speed it up. And it gets a little slowed down by doing that. And we're bringing up our cavalry on our right flank to go ahead and wrap around them. And then we're going to go ahead and bring up our elephants on the other flank. And this will help envelop them, you know? So I got even closer and they still didn't attack me. So I was like, alright, now I'm going to have to move even closer on in. So I tried to get them to move on in with my cavalry there, but did not seem to work. So now I have to move in with everybody. So we moved on in with our skirmishes, and we got on into firing our arrows mode, or range I should say. And we now are starting to fire with our arrows because they're starting to attack us. And now we're going to go ahead and shoot them with our arrows. And we're mainly shooting the elephants now. I pulled back my skirmishers. And we're now really beating their elephants right here. These are the medium elephants. The pilim. And then their war elephants, or their version of their armored elephants, really aren't doing much. They're taking the hits. They are also firing at me with their bowmen too, as we can see. You know, they do their nice little shots. They can really hold the bow back quite a while. You know. At this point in time, I'm trying to fake out their archers over here. Our skirmishers with my light cavalry, and moving my general around on their right flank. And I'm going to go ahead and move my skirmishers around on their right flank too. And at this point in time, I was able to go ahead and make one of their elephant groups go a little bit crazy with fire arrows, because I had switched to fire arrows, and now they're rampaging through their troops, which has actually killed a few of their troops if we look at them. Yeah, you see, these are guys are now actually dead. So this does actually cause damage to their army, which is nice. So you can kind of get their elephants to go ahead and rampage in their own troops. I never knew that they actually caused damage to the other guy's army, or your army if they were rampaging through your army and your guys. So friendly fire is off, I guess, right? That's what we can tell from this. And we're going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit to go ahead and get into the engagement part, as it passes by very slowly. I was able to go ahead and bring this unit of Dorkim Grammaticans, skirmishers, and I had them attack their skirmishers over here, their missile infantry, which made them skirmish back, and now they're firing on me over here on my left flank, and now they're all going to attack me. So this is a big combined attack as they move their troops on in closer. Actually, what they're not doing is attacking me. They're rearranging their troops, and this is about the time where I realized, you know what, they're not going to attack me. I'm going to have to attack them down. Okay, so I figured I'd go ahead and soften up their elephants a little bit. I wanted to get this group of elephants to rampage, like I got this group of elephants, but I was only ever to kill some of them, which is good, just as good, you know. It would have been nicer to go ahead and, I guess, get them to rampage. There they are. This group is rampaging. This group never rampages, though. I guess I could have concentrated both groups to go ahead and fire on them, but that's not the case. So they're going to run on through their own troops and cause some chaos over here as I'm attacking on the left flank at their light cavalry, or their cavalry over here. And now they're charging me because I'm moving up my my pikemen. And I don't get a good stop on them. I should have stopped and put the pikemen forward. This ends up causing some trouble. They just run right into each other, you know? So the pikemen are not moving in phalanx formation. I should have probably had them moving in phalanx formation. So this is where I realized, oh no. Let's just go ahead and rewrap everybody and put them all in phalanx formation like we did here. But this ends up making them twist a little weird, so we have to go ahead and put them in better formation, rearrange the formation, you know. And then meanwhile, while that's happening, the right flank over here is enveloping them. So that's good news as we watch this happen for a little bit. So they're coming in here nice and clean to go ahead and try and take these guys on out. And they get bombarded by javelins from my group over here that I have. A javelin group. These are skirmishers, and this is their general right here. They're not too happy about that. They're kind of wavering is the word that I'm looking for. Ugh, I can think of the word. Stage fright there, I guess, right? And as my general has gone a little too far away from the battle, unfortunately. I kind of forgot about him for a moment, and then I decided to bring him back later on. I had him chase after a group of skirmishers. We have completely surrounded their elephants over here. And they're just not dying. This one group of elephants. Which is unfortunate. They already made one of my groups rout completely. But everything else seems to be going okay for the most part. I'm making them rout over here on the left flank completely. And we're going to go in and outflank them with these guys. With these three groups of Grammaticans, Misret, Libibium, I don't know. They're spearmen. They're all spearmen, okay? We're not going to try and pronounce the original name that they are. You know, it's kind of interesting to try and do so. These hoplites over here, I'm going to go ahead and try and bring them to close off the elephants that are chasing down this group of pikemen. So they're doing that. Let's go ahead and get in close on the action here. And see how it's going on over here. They're two-sided axemen, two-sided axemen are battling it out over here. This group of Ptolemaic taxiis, and these I think mercenary units. And they're not doing too well. They're losing. These are a very tough shock unit, you know. Thankfully, they're wounded. That guy just died. So, they're not doing too well there. As we can see, we're bringing back around my general. So, we're bringing back around my general. And we just had him pop a ability there. And we're going to go ahead and bring him around to go ahead and attack some of these guys from the back here. So, in the meantime, we're closing off these guys with all my groups of pikemen. And as we can see that these are Doorkim Kushim, which were like, you know, some spearmen of their own hoplite group. And they're not doing too well. But I can go ahead and bring it around my general, and I'm going to have him attack the back here, so we can go ahead and zoom on into that. It's a good charge. We can pop a few abilities beforehand, and boom! That ends up being a very good charge. Look at all these numbers drop. Boom! And they start wavering immediately. About 30 or 40 kills there, right off the bat. As you can see, that's 29, 219, 200, almost get to 300 kills I had at the end, I think, of this group. 240. Yeah. So that general just got a bunch of kills. That saved me that battle. And everybody starts routing, except for this one group over here of hoplites. Basically is what they are. They're African hoplites. And and we go ahead and get in around them, and I basically just order everybody to attack them. I end up pulling out my my light skirmisher horsemen, because I don't want them attacking the front of a hoplite group, even though that it is wavering completely right now. So I'm now ordering everyone basically to attack them, and they've now figured out it's over. So that's the end of that battle, and we're going to go ahead and end that. So as we can see, that battle went pretty well there. Now we're going to go ahead and kill all the captives, and hopefully that will... Nope, it didn't completely obliterate their army. So there's still a little bit out there, unfortunately. I was kind of afraid that that would happen. Oh well. We'll kill them next turn. They're just going to be a thorn in my backside until then. And we'll see you guys next time. Hit like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.